Thank you so much. Yeah, okay. Karthi sir, this one's for you. First of all, congratulations on this. This is a short blockbuster. बहुत सारा प्यार इसको I'm sure मिलने वाला है audience से. There's so much buzz. The first thing that I would want you to tell us is about your experience of working as an AD for Mani sir.
First, मुझे हिंदी नहीं मालूम है, माफ कीजिए. So my journey or my life started with Mani sir.
जी.
So very interestingly, he had wanted to cast somebody who would look like Surya's brother.
Okay.
But Surya's brother came from US, okay. And Mani sir thought, why not see him? But I was 110 probably kgs. Okay. So I took the opportunity to meet Mani sir, tell him that I want to work with you. That's why I came back from US, and he said, most welcome. I didn't expect that. So from the next 2 weeks, I joined Mani sir and started working with him. So all my life, if I had achieved something in this last 15 years, I think I've learned everything from Mani sir. His passion for cinema, the discipline, the way he never compromises or anything, and the way he wants to push the bracket.
Right.
He never compromises. He wants to, take everything to the next level.
Right.
In terms of which he doesn't want to repeat himself.
Yeah.
He pushes everything. He pushes you. He gets the best out of you. Like what Rahman sir beautifully said that day. He's always looking for something extraordinary.
Right.
He keeps searching. So that's something which I always learned from him. And this particular film, I think it's been his dream for about 40 years.
Right.
And this has been a dream for the Tamil film industry for about 70 years. It's one of the best-selling novels. Till today, it's a bestseller. My daughter, 9 years old, she's loving it and she's reading it. So you can imagine the success of the story already. The story is already a hit.
Right.
And the way Mani sir is going to bring it on screen, I think it was a pleasure working. Honestly, the first day we went to shoot, it felt like going to a temple. We were woken up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and all these guys, these fabulous costume and makeup guys were up, and they were ready. So I don't know when they slept, or if they even slept that day. And this first shot was at 6 o'clock, and I could see Mani sir happy, because we know as ADs, if he doesn't get the shot at morning 6 o'clock, we are all dead.
Okay. So it's the entire team's dream. In log ka bhi dream hai सीटी बजाने का, ताली बजाने का. Okay, so it is somebody's dream that you are actually fulfilling on the big screen. And whatever we've seen, it's brilliant. So please tell us something about that. That how responsible did you feel when this thing was offered to you?
You rightly said it. Hi guys, first of all. It's a lot of dreams that come together. My dream is, when I started acting in movies, I'd seen a Roja, I'd seen a Bombay, I'd seen a Nayagan, and I wanted to be in his films. I was in college that time, and I had a classmate who's a cousin of his, and I became his friend because he's his cousin. And I used to always keep asking about Mani sir. That's the impact he's had on me in the films that he's done. Mauna Ragam, there's so many movies, like frame by frame, I could just watch them over and over again. So that was a dream, to work in his film, and I had thought that, even Mr. Shankar, if I work in both their films, I would retire. I don't want to act after that, and I still hadn't started acting. But I've acted in 2 films of both of theirs, and I'm hungry for more. So that's one dream. Second dream is, of course, Rahman sir. The most amazing maestro alive, I think, in music. What he does for us. Yesterday, someone rightly said, even after 30 years, the songs that he played first, maybe in a Roja, is still very, very pertinent even today. The sounds, what he's used, the instruments he's used, how he's changed music in cinema as we know it. So it's always been a dream for me to work in his film. But what greater dream can there be than working in a film which both of them are together? Because they've given the most amazing music always, every single time. It's always a sixer. And I feel so proud to be a part of that. The other dream was, I've always wanted, I told Mani sir, give me a nice role wherein I have this entry on a bike, and then you have in Alai Pai, there you'll have Maddie, and sounds like that. And maybe it's like Vicky, or Vikram, or Kenny, whatever. He disappointed me that way. He threw me into the jungle in Ravanan and to muck. And again, he called me for this, and I said, okay, now what are we doing? He said, you're a prince. I said, wow, great. No, but you get into battle, you're only in battle, and you're always covered in muck. So you have to be rugged. You have to be crude, you have to be a barbarian of sorts. You are a prince, but yes, Eka will give you the most amazing costumes, but then you have to roll in the sand and then get ready for the shot. So that was how it was. So I was like, okay, so I'm not going to have that entry. But then you saw the entry in the trailer, which I think for me is my personal best shot ever in any film.
Oh.
Thank you, sir. I need that. I don't think I'll ever have that shot again. Neither will I have that hair again. So that shot is like the shot for me, coming as a prince on a horse, and I think that's enough. I don't need anything more in the film. But then you have Rahman sir, you have Thodadarni, you have Thodadarni sir, you have Ravi Verma, you have everybody who's like, you know, giving it their best, and that's all because it's Mani sir's movie, and they're all there, and you know that you're going to be in a film like that, produced by one of the biggest production companies in India, Leica. So what more can I ask? All my dreams have come true, and working with the most amazing actors. It's not very easy to get a combination like this because in the South especially, we don't have ensemble cast. We don't have that. We just have a solo hero. And I may meet him at a function and we're buddies. And I may meet Karthik again at a function and say, hi Karthik, how are you? Great, I saw your film. But never will we do a film where we're all together. This film has every actor except maybe I think there's one person called Mohan Ram. I think everybody else has been a hero or is a hero. And everyone has been a heroine on, even now. And of course, working with all of them, Ravi, Karthik, Trisha, Ash, it's been like phenomenal. And I get to work with Ash again after Ravanan. My only problem, my only gripe is, here too I don't get her. I play this tragic hero who never, whenever Manisa says Ash, I said, really? So do I die in the end? Do I get her? Yeah, let's think about it. But I don't think I can tweak the subject because it's already been written. So I may die, I may not die, but Ash, why do you do this? Anyway, so that's how it is, and we've had a great time. We all, I think, Rahman sir rightly said yesterday, we are not thinking of this as a blockbuster, or is it going to be a hit? Is it going to be nothing? We just feel proud to be part of something like this, which has been everybody's dream. For the last 70 years, there's been this book. For the last 40 years, Manisa has been trying. We've had MGR who's wanted to make the film. You had Kamal sir, you want, and you have almost everybody in the Tamil industry and trying to have made this film. And we are all part of that. We are all part of history. There is fiction, but it's mostly history. One of the most glorious periods of all times for South India. And I'm glad to be a prince in that, and I'm glad to be his prince. Thank you, sir, once again. And you're doing a good show.
The man of the century, I would say. Mani Ratnam, sir. Yeah, yes, of course. He deserves a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
That was match fixing. Okay?
No, that's okay, sir. So we love it. It had to start somewhere. Sir, this one's for you today, you know, when we are here. And of course, the film is being talked about everywhere. Today, when it is all set to be released on the 30th of September, when you look back at this journey, like the PS1 journey, how would you sum it up? Like, what comes to your mind?
Good evening. Thank you very much for being here. PS has been a dream for a very long time. From the first time I read the book during my school days, it's been something which I've seen on the big screen. I never thought I would get into films, nor did I think I'll make it. But it's always been calling to be made. I think it was so spectacular as a, you know, as a visual, as a story, as an adventure. So, and several people have tried to do this before, and they've not been able to. They've not been able to because of one reason: they wanted to leave it for me. So I'm so happy, so glad that I get to make it, and get to make it with, at this time, you know, when the technology has improved tremendously. So we are able to do it with a lot more comfort, lot more authenticity, and to be able to do it with this kind of cast and crew. In fact, not just being right for the role, but also being right for the film and caring for the film and willing to do that walk along, you know. So it's very special. It's very special, and thank each one of them. Also thank the producer who trusted us and gave us the money to go ahead and do it. And Subhash Karan, I thank him also. And I also have two more people to thank here from the Hindi film industry. One is Anil Kapoor.
Yes.
It was his voice on the trailer. And one more is Ajay Devgan.
Right.
It will be his voice on the main film. So I thank both of them, and I thank all of you.
Thank you so much, sir, for doing this and giving us this amazing movie. Well, now it's time for your question answers. So it's over to the wonderful media. We'll start with you, ma'am. Come.
Yeah, hello. My question is for Mani Ratnam sir. Hello, sir. This is Neeti Roy from Filmy Beat. Sir, the film is based on a book which is in 5 volumes, right? So, can you share something about the adaptation process as the movie is releasing in 2 parts, and how easy or difficult it was to pick up the episodes, like the important ones?
It was difficult, but I'm paid to do that. That's my job, to be able to convert or extract a film out of this. This book is really extensive, and it's got so many characters, so much of details. There's so much of history written in it, and a lot of research went into the book. And so all that were, a platform. It's on a plate for me, so we could put it together in a cogent way. And because we are, putting 5-part book, was over 2,000 pages nearly, into 2 films, there were some parts that had to be crunched, had to be brought together, and told in a cogent fashion that people will be able to follow. So this was a task which I really enjoyed.
वो एक नॉर्थ इंडियन प्रिंसेस थी, और चूंकि आप बॉलीवुड से हैं तो लैंग्वेज आपके लिए कोई बहुत दिक्कत भरी नहीं थी. और इस फिल्म में जो नंदिनी का आप जो कैरेक्टर प्ले कर रही हैं वो पूरी तरह से साउथ इंडियन है, और आप साउथ से ही आती हैं.
ये कहने वाली थी
जी.
तो मैं भी पूरी तरह से साउथ इंडियन भी हूँ, इंडियन हूँ. तो जहाँ काम मिले
ज्यादा चैलेंजिंग कौन सा था, जोधा वाला कैरेक्टर की नंदिनी का? ये बात
कंपैरिजंस नहीं करते एज आर्टिस्ट. हर एक्सपीरियंस अपने में ही चैलेंजिंग है और अपने में ही यादगार है, अपने में ही खूबसूरत है. और जब एज एन आर्टिस्ट हमें ऐसे अनुभवों के अवसर मिलते हैं तो हम अपने आप को बहुत ही मतलब ब्लेस्ड we really regard ourselves blessed, because you're getting the opportunity to essay such impactful characters, such memorable characters, as we have read them, but then you're getting to work with filmmakers who we as artists can keep complete faith in, where the interpretation, the language of cinema, and the movie itself. When you know it's going to be a memorable experience, and that frankly makes our jobs very easy. And because, like we always say, it begins here, right? The filmmaker, they do all the hard work, they do the conceiving, they're part of the writing process, they're part of the interpretation of the narrative, and it is our it ought to be our sincere effort to give our all to realize their vision, and to bring that in its truest form on in front of the camera. And that's our job and our commitment, and that earnestness is always in place, and we'll always try and do better and try and do more when I get the opportunity to work with a director like this, and I'll be repetitive in that.
I don't have the lyrics, but I can do the Tamil version. பொன்னி நதி பார்க்கணுமே காத்து போல கன்னி பெண்கள் காணணுமே காத்து
क्या
காவேரி से
क्या बात है. थैंक यू.
रिलीज कर रही है. थैंक यू.
Thank you so much. Mehboob sir is here, right? Gesh bhai, this one's for you. Please tell us, I'll come to you. Talking about the music, of course, tips पे music है, इतना सारा प्यार मिल रहा है. It's an A.R. Rahman musical. What do you have to say on this?
फर्स्टली गुड इवनिंग, एंड आई थिंक आप सब जानते हैं कि इतनी अच्छी स्टारकास्ट है ये फिल्म की, और इतने अच्छे टेक्नीशियंस हैं और लिरिसिस्ट हैं, सिंगर्स हैं ये फिल्म में जुड़े हुए. म्यूजिक तो आपने सबने सुना ही होगा, और वी आर वेरी हैप्पी विद दिस प्रोजेक्ट. एंड बिफोर आई approached Laika and Madras Talkies team for this music, my father told me one thing, that it's an A.R. Rahman and a Mani Ratnam must have combination,
Yes.
which resonates with the philosophy of tips.
Absolutely.
So I'm just glad to be a small part of this humongous project, and I wish them all the very best for the 30th of September, and Godspeed.
Thank you so much. Now it's over to you. Yes? Come on, time to go click, click, click.